Hi guys. Usually don't start my channel by saying hi and all that good stuff, but we have a guest and I need to properly introduce this guest so that we can toast him into not letting this be the last time that he joins us on this channel. So hi guys, meet my husband. This is Bright Okay, and he decided to join us on the channel today. So I asked you guys to send questions and boy, you guys delivered. Questions are given, so we're just going to sit and just chill and answer questions. And this video is going to be dropping February 14th, and that's supposed to be our 5 month anniversary. I know it's small. 5 months is small.
So fast.
Fast.
It's fast, no?
Are you sure? Okay, so we're answering questions. Okay, so I'm excited.
Feels like yesterday.
But you should say hi. You should say hi to.
Oh,
so say hi to everybody on my channel.
Hi. What else?
Good to be here. I'm excited to be here. All that good stuff.
There is a gun behind my head.
Wow, really? Okay, so let's start answering questions. Okay, so first question: how did you guys meet?
Okay.
I've answered it already. On this channel, I've shared my own part of the story. So how did you meet?
Okay, so really there wasn't anything spectacular.
Yeah,
there
no
wasn't
special meeting.
special meeting.
Like Korean movie.
We're friends, we're classmates. We were classmates or we're colleagues. Yeah,
We went to medical
and
school
then,
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
That's it.
and then we met.
We met. And then we met. Okay, so what foundation was your relationship built on?
That for me.
Both of us, I guess. So maybe I'll say one.
I'll say three.
Three. Whoa.
Okay, yeah,
Go for it.
Say one, I'll give it.
Purity. Of course, I'm going to say
Friendship.
Purity. Friendship. I'm not going to explain. The foundation of friendship.
Friendship is friendship.
Yeah,
Like,
we actually
right,
really
and
good
then
friends.
love.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was love inside this relationship. This loveless
Violence.
Okay.
Violence.
Okay, oh my god. Okay. Would you say you guys were in a relationship before marriage? Like he asked you to be his girlfriend?
That's what you know, right?
Did you ask me to be your girlfriend? What did we even call each other?
I did not.
I never
I didn't have any. No, actually, I didn't have any tag. I didn't have any tag. Like, I personally was against that. Like about
so I don't
girlfriend, boyfriend.
I don't think I ever referred to you as boyfriend or girlfriend.
So we're just friends.
There was an asking out.
Yeah.
But the asking out was like, are you going to be in a relationship with me, with marriage in view? Like, it was what? Let's not see you
easy.
Guys bribe me. I will tell you how this
Let's
man asked me out.
Let's go.
Babe.
Next question.
Okay, we have many questions. Let me just be running. Okay, how did he know you were the one?
How did I know?
He know? How did you know?
Okay. Okay, not to go. Okay.
Take your time.
So, first off was this person was my friend, right?
Who
my
is
wife.
this person?
My wife.
This person has been a lot of best. Sorry, we're really sorry. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, she was my friend, or she's my friend, and we're just friends, and we could actually keep at conversations, and we had similar values, and we could talk about a lot of things, and the things we actually stood on, right? They were similar. They were not like one person would call it black and it's black. One person would call it white and it's white. There was no
we agreed on most things.
We agreed on most things, and our values were similar. So that, and then we could keep up conversations, right? We could talk about a lot of things, try to plan, like keep up. Oh, you just give me just say shoots me an idea to just start rolling. Same thing. So I was like, who is this person? Practically, we were just friends, like I said. But I think majorly, how did I know? Just from the word shark. Just from the word, and that was I hope this is right. Romans 16, 8, 16. Hey,
You forgot to do what? Hey! The one that makes
So
you
yeah,
know.
Romans 8:16.
What does it say?
The Spirit witnesses in my heart that we are the children of God, right?
Yeah.
So there was a way God spoke to me using that scripture, right? When I was particularly praying about it, right? It first of all, it was just an intuition. It might be it, it might be. I said, well, but finally, it was confirmed by that word, right? And it was very direct, and I was like, okay, right.
Okay. So, what are some misconceptions you had about marriage? Did we have any
Go
misconception?
first.
I should go. Did I have any misconception about marriage? I don't. I think a lot of those misconceptions I would have had were cured
Okay.
before marriage.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have a lot of misconceptions going into marriage. In fact, if I had misconceptions, it was really around the person I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
You know, the idea of relationship, that I'll be a princess. Do you understand? They
Are you
will
not
put
a
roses.
princess?
They will
Are
put
you not a
roses.
princess?
What do you mean? I don't understand. That they'll put roses on the floor.
Are you not a
they will, be
princess?
massaging my ego. That the man will fly down from heaven. I never really believed I would marry somebody in my circle. I never really believed I would marry any of my friends. If they had asked me, I'd be like, how? How?
Me too.
Excuse you? Excuse you? So really, so what misconceptions did I really have about marriage? I don't think I had a lot of misconceptions about marriage.
Okay.
Do you have any misconceptions about marriage?
Well, I don't really have any misconception about marriage. It's just that I felt like marriage was just going to be very sweet, lovey-dovey, sweet, but run. You like don't marry?
Okay, next question. We have many questions. Okay, so this one is for me. Dr. Tolu, how did you feel about getting married to someone in the same profession as you? Did you have any reservations about it? Absolutely not. I loved it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Marry a doctor or be one.
Marry a doctor or be one. I love it.
It's okay. That's it. Like,
so,
Mario kind.
did you at any point in your relationship feel like you shouldn't continue? If yes, what was the reason? Gang, gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang.
Not necessarily. But I think the first few days of
being in a relationship,
yes. Like, I was like, what does it feel like? Like, it was just,
it's overwhelming.
Let me just chill first.
And you were like
practically there was nothing different though.
Yeah.
We've just been still talking, but this is a relationship, and but really practically I don't think so. I really don't. Okay, well, yes, there were times.
Okay.
Yes, there were times.
We are listening.
But
we're listening.
Those times actually strengthened my convictions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those times they were quite tough times, right? Yeah. I wouldn't say there were no tough times. There were tough times, and you already know we actually courted for about 3 years.
Yeah.
So there were times that personally I felt like, are you really sure?
Yeah.
This woman.
What do you mean? I don't understand. This woman is in how? A whole angel like me.
Of course. So, but there were times I thought about it. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like, but with each of those kind of experiences, with each of those kind of exposure, right?
Those are you sure moments.
Yeah, those are you sure moments. It actually deepened my conviction, right? So rather than pushing me out, rather than pushing me away, it's actually made it stronger.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
The question you ask is, what are those moments? But not today.
I know those moments anyway. I know those moments.
Which moment?
I know those moments where I felt like
what happened? What happened?
One of those moments was during, in fact, many of those moments that happened when we were preparing for wedding. Yeah, I know, truffles. Yeah, those were really tough. Those were really
I was
tough.
tried by fire.
Let me be fire now. Let me be fire now. Babe, let me be fire.
I was tried.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
But it was tough, right?
Yeah, those were really tough. Those were really tough moments. Yeah, I think on my end, there's been many moments where I had felt like, is he really the one? Is this really God's will? But I don't know if I've ever really felt like I should end. Well, not necessarily.
Not end, yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily. Not necessarily like, oh, I should end relationship. But yeah, there were times where I felt like, is this really God? And I think I shared about that in one of my videos. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this question is for both of you. Did your husband or wife tick all the boxes of the kind of man or woman you wanted to settle down with? Who's going first?
Go first.
See, you guys. I wanted to marry a tall man.
Am I short?
Don't stand up. I wanted to marry a tall.
Am I short?
I wanted TDH, tall, dark, and handsome.
Am I
You
short?
get the D and the H. You try. The T parts.
You just want to be a dwarf with your husband. That's it. This is not enough for you.
Right. So, but I think many of the fantasies that I had in that moment where God was beginning to prepare me for marriage,
Yeah.
many of those things changed. To be honest, like I had the whole idea of this is the way the man I'm going to get married to must look. God literally started to break those things. And I'm going to just say this very quickly because it's easy to feel like, oh my God, God is not going to give me the kind of person that I want. And that's why a lot of women run away from God's will. But the thing you must always know and understand is that there's only two things that God does with your desire. It's either he fulfills your desire or he changes your desire. Either way, you win. If you go to the Lord with your desire and it pleases him, is in accordance to his will for you, he'll fulfill it. If you go to him with your desire and it's not in accordance to his will, he will change it. The point is that whoever you marry, you will like him. Don't be scared that you won't like him. You will like him. I actually really like him. You will like him. Yeah, you will like him. So,
Finished man. That's why I'm here.
I beg. So yeah.
I've been bribed.
All your parts. Did I tick all the boxes?
So, personally, I don't think I had any boxes.
Hey, husband.
I didn't have any box, sha. It's just
Yes,
that the thing is, what happened was that. Okay, yeah, sapiosexual. Yes,
Sapiosexual, yeah.
yes. Now,
And you're very-
the major box. That was the major box, though. That was major box. The other boxes I had to throw them into the ocean. But as the Lord may have it, came fully packaged, and I'm happy. So yeah, the other boxes that I would have ticked or I would love to tick, right? That would have said, oh, okay, is that the person is fine, person is beautiful, person can cook, I like food, not so much, but so what else? She's what now? But she can cook, sha. So first of all was that was not part of the box initially because I had to package that box. I had to throw it into the ocean. But that's good. The box came back to me.
Lord gave you all those things.
It came back to me in sevenfold. What I'm just trying to say is that I think it's just about two persons that are intentional to work together and make things work.
Yeah.
Actually, right? You are not a stone, or practically nobody is a stone.
You can
so
change.
you can change.
I'm sorry.
You can change.
If I can change.
You can
If
change.
I can change.
So-
Anybody
so
can
yeah,
change.
practically. So and it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
It wasn't absolutely a big deal. So you can change like these other things. But the major box for me was, is this person, do I connect to this person spiritually and then mentally? Just a big book brains. Yeah.
That's supposed to be a compliment. Thank you. How are you able to settle disputes during your relationship?
Well, I think
How are you able to settle disputes?
I'm trying to remember a certain dispute that
You get settlement.
needed settlement, yeah. But I think the major thing we tried to do was, first of all, we didn't carry over any disputes.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, you talk. You bring it out to the open. We judge it from the two lenses, right? Now you judge it from the other person's lens. You try to see, okay, what's up? Like it's really not, the dispute is not really a problem. It's just two people seeing things in different ways. And if you are able to come to that place of actual love and humble yourself, humbly saying, okay, how am I seeing this thing? Does this thing really look like the way it is? It reached to vex like this, right? So yeah, I think we just chilled out.
Communicate.
We just used to communicate.
We used to communicate a lot.
So,
you must talk.
Yes.
You know you must talk.
Yes. So those earlier days when we got started out, and we'll have a conversation about stuff, or we'll be talking about stuff, and interestingly, some disputes it doesn't concern us. So
we just be arguing about
we'll
something.
Be arguing about something else, totally different, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily concern us. And
Truly. We'll be vexing on top of another person's
share my opinion.
Don't vex.
Don't vex. So you now start to vex, but practically just for you to chill out. Okay, I understand what you are saying. You understand what I'm saying. Both of us have to accept what we are saying, and then we'll come to the middle ground. Yeah.
Even if we don't both accept.
But we shall acknowledge that this is what this person. Yeah, this is what
acknowledge what the other person
acknowledge what the person is.
This person says, "Hi, what do you do when you heard God about your future partner, but this person, that's your supposed future partner, isn't acting according to what God said, and now you are falling in love with another person?"
Takes two to tango.
Yeah.
Takes two to tango, really, actually.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, like this idea of, God does talk to people about their future partners, but I was teaching at P2P, and one of the things that we're learning is we need to be careful when we say God said this is the person.
Yeah.
For example, remember when, and I don't know if this is the best time to share this because we probably have another question like this, but remember the prophecy about Jesus's birth, and scripture said a virgin will give birth to the Messiah. Like scripture had already prophesied. It did not mention Mary's name. It was just that there was a Kairos moment, and there was a virgin, a woman that was positioned at that time for that to happen. So I feel like sometimes God reveals prototypes.
Yeah.
Like God reveals.
Not necessarily
so yes, there's God's will, but I don't believe that God's will is a person.
Yeah.
I think God's will is a prototype. What that means is, for Tolu, this is the kind of man that she would marry.
It's not easy.
It's not. Actually, it's not. I can't be married to everybody. That's the truth. So this is the kind of man. So, but the point is just that if you did not align at that time, so God had told me in 2021 that I was going to meet my husband that year.
Yeah.
So if you had not aligned at that time, another man would have come. Not just any other kind of man, but the point is that another man would have come that would have fit the prototype that God had. So I think sometimes we need to be careful when we say, "Oh, God told me this person is my husband," or this person, because a lot of people have destroyed themselves like that.
Well, and then also sometimes, God could actually tell the person that this is your husband, this is your wife, stuff like that. But there are times you could actually, wait. Yeah, you could actually just wait, right? Yes, this is it, or this is it, right? Maybe for me, I knew, but I just had to chill it out. Like I just had to wait.
You knew way ahead.
I was
doing in 2021. I was going to meet my husband, but you had known.
You had
known like a year.
2020.
Yeah, a year earlier.
Practically, I just had to wait. Practically, so you just wait. There is nobody rushing you. You are not pressured. There is no rush to enter a relationship. Right. In fact, at the point when God was saying that to me, I wasn't still interested in getting into a relationship at the time. Like it wasn't something super. Like it wasn't part of my plans practically. So, but you just have to wait it out and then wait for that Kairos moment, that point when it is time. Right. And also for the other person, it has to take two to tango, like you said. The other person actually has to know. Right, and the person, God has to tell that person.
Yeah, not you.
Right, not you.
No, now please, it's very important to say it.
Yeah, not you. Yes. Yeah. So like it has to now be exactly. Yeah, not so it has to be like both of you will come into that realization, right? So at that point, you just keep praying. Father Lord, open their eyes to see, or open their eyes to see, or open their eyes to see.
But
But
no,
don't stress
I think
about
there's a
it.
problem here because the person now says, and now you are falling in love with another person.
So
You are
falling
falling
in
in love
love
with
with
another
another
person.
person is
But
not.
then what do you do when you heard God about your future partner? But the person is not acting, and the person is not acting according to what God said. That's important too. Because just because God said it does not mean that God will take away the will of the
Of the
person.
person. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Do you
Okay.
get? So I think that's the
Yeah.
light with which the person is
Yeah.
asking the question.
Yeah. It takes two to tango,
Yeah,
really.
you have to
It
agree
takes
now.
two.
Yeah.
It actually takes two
And
to tango.
somebody, God can literally be
So
telling you something, but along the line, the person's head starts to spoil. If the
yeah.
person's head starts to spoil and the person is no longer having sense, you
Yeah.
will now not say you insist on.
On that person. Yeah.
Because just this is just by the
And
way,
then aside
anyway.
that, you still have to wait on God. It's not your time to start fall in love with someone else.
Someone else, yeah. You just wait on God. I think because
Wait on God.
Judas Iscariot, I'm not sure when Jesus chose him. Jesus chose him with the mindset that Judas, you're going to be the person to betray me.
Yeah.
Do you get? So, but just along the line, scoy entered the matter. So it's possible that God chooses you. The person that betrayed Jesus was chosen by Jesus himself.
Yeah.
So God literally can speak to you. You can see the person in the dream. All those things are happening. But this person also has to have sense. So if along the line, in fact, there are two people that God may have spoken to, but
Yeah.
along the line, they go out of alignment. Once you go out of alignment, the relationship has ended.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Actually.
The relationship has ended because you've come out of the prototype that was written. You've come out of what God wrote about it. Someone else will come. So yeah. So I hope that helped.
I hope some of these questions there.
I hope that helped. So it happens that the trendy thing guys use on ladies is God told me you're my wife. And oftentimes, if you're not careful, you might be misled. How do you get convinced of your life partner?
Shall just get. In fact, if the man is coming to tell you first, run. Run. So, but not like run, but at that point, ideas have already been put into your mind. And then for the guys, I think just chill out, try and chill out, and give her time. Really, give her time. Don't put ideas into her head. Right? Both of you are going to enter the marriage. This is both of you that would see the shaking. Not like there is shaking, but if there is going to be shaking, it's the both of you that will collect it. So there is no point trying to force your ideas or what you think. So if you feel like she's the one, just chill, pray. Let the God that spoke to you speak to her, and eventually you will know. Like both of you will come to an understanding and a knowing as well. Especially, and then it's not like this person is now is a total stranger. You're just friends, right? You're just friends, but really,
Just if they're friends, but okay. It's okay. But I think one of the aspects to really look at is the person is asking, how do you get convinced on your life partner? So how do you know? How do you know your life partner?
how do you know?
I'm thinking that that's what the person is trying to ask. Like in this age where people are coming to you telling you, God told me you're my wife, you know, and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not see. I think one of the things I'm going to say is maybe from the woman's perspective. I think that a lot of women are tricked about men that come with an aura of spirituality because we are not as spiritual. Like we're not, some women like are not as spiritually sound. So when your own spirituality is standing on one leg, when a man comes and is speaking tongues in consonants, you'll be so tricked. Can't be so tricked that a guy is speaking in tongues when you also speak in tongues. You can't be so tricked that a guy is leading prayers and people are falling under anointing when you too you do it. And I don't know if you understand, like it's not a competition, but the point is that if your relationship with God is rock solid, then you're not so tripped about the fact that one guy is telling you that God told me you're my wife. If you have a relationship with God, then you're like, okay. Cool, nice, let him tell me, because I have a relationship with God and I hear God. So the point is that he can tell you whatever he wants to tell you. He can say whatever he wants to say. There's nothing wrong. That's why I don't subscribe to ladies being rude because a guy asked you out. He didn't do anything wrong. He asked you out, he asked you out. He has a right to ask you out. You also have a right to say yes or no. So you have a right and a responsibility to choose. So I think it's about our own spiritual state. The problem starts with what is our own state of spirituality. What's our heart with God and relationship with God, right? I've shared some things on my channel so you can check out how I got convinced about my own life partner, because honestly it wasn't that deep. They asked me on that day, that same day, me I say yes. I not go on 40 days dry fasting. Now this is not to take away any other person's consecration, because yes, for you the Lord might tell you to do all the things, but the way God has spoken to me over time, I have known the way God has spoken to me over time. So I did not necessarily, and this is personal, this is my own consecration.
No, but you know, at that point in time, also, God has already spoken to you,
You see,
right?
no, really.
But not
You know, I had not
directly.
prayed. I had not prayed
Yeah.
about. Remember that I said I had prayed about you on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me out on Monday.
Monday. Mm-hmm.
That was it.
That's it now.
That was it. No, my point is, I'm speaking to the issue of you have to carry block. You have to
Okay, yeah,
live
just
so
chill
that
out.
you can
And
hear
then
God
aside
and
that,
know
God
what
is
God
really
is
much
saying.
more interested in your marriage than you think
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
Like, He's actually very interested in your marriage, and there is something Mom used to say God is the best matchmaker.
Yeah.
And truly He is. He is much more interested in your marriage than you are. So just follow God and just follow Him. When it is time, He will bring it up. Right?
Yeah.
I don't even try. Don't make a fuss out of it.
So have peace.
Have peace and
Let
rest.
it be from a place of peace,
Yeah.
not hustle. Don't
Yeah.
hustle marriage. Don't hustle man,
Yeah.
don't hustle woman. Yeah, I think that's the core of it.
Yeah.
That's the core of it. Okay, so this is actually diverting a little bit. That's the person's question from the usual question to be asked. If as a lady God shows you the man he has prepared for you, and you're not certain he has shown the man, and you both have been friends, what do you do as a lady?
You keep praying and
Nothing. As in nothing, you don't do anything.
praying and waiting.
Wait.
Praying and waiting.
Wait though. You don't do anything. You don't do anything.
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyway, you don't do
praying and
anything.
waiting.
Yeah.
You keep praying
Pray
and
about it and wait. And
Yeah.
keep hearing God. Keep hearing God. You get why? No, like the reason is because let it not be that God now tells you, you know what, I've noticed this boy and he's not having sex. Be
Yeah.
moving, move, and then you're still holding on to the fact that
he
God said
is
is the one.
Yeah.
And then God is not like the cloud has moved.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
So it's to stay in that space and
Just
keep
keep praying
waiting
and
and keep praying. Yeah.
Okay.
A preacher once said you marry for purpose. What happens when there are many sons that can fit into the ministry God has called you to? How do you streamline it and know who the one truly is? I like this question. Sweet question. You want to go first? How do you, especially from the girl's perspective? I should go first, right? So I think it's still in line with what I said. First of all, this issue of the one, a person needs to be careful, right? So like we said, I think the will of God is not necessarily a person. The will of God is a prototype, because if the will of God is a particular person, then that means that the will of God can be frustrated. Because if the will of God is Aki, and Aki now decide again not to have sense, then it means that the will of God, the Lord's hand is bent, because the Lord said this is the one person that you're supposed to marry, right? So I think there's a prototype for every kind of person. I don't even believe that every believer can marry every believer. That both of us are believers doesn't mean that we're compatible. There is a prototype. There's a kind of person that fits into your purpose. It's really not everybody. It is really not everybody.
Yeah.
It cannot be everybody, to be honest with you. So I think that one just needs to be careful. One needs to be prayerful. And again, I know we don't like to hear these things, but I don't think there's anything more practical than just being secure in your relationship with God.
Okay.
It's too important that you are secure in your relationship with God. Because if you are, nobody can just sweep you off your feet just like that. You're not so, because you need to be careful when you say many sons are fitting in. The question is it that many sons are fitting, or are you just being attracted to many people who, seem to be in ministry? Perhaps you're in ministry and then you're just seeing all these men and you think, oh, these guys seem to be in ministry and these guys seem to be able to fit into my ministry, and you're just attracted to all these different guys. Just because they are doing the same thing as you does not mean, prototype does not necessarily mean an occupation. Like, it could be, God could give you certain details and tell you, oh, you're going to marry a doctor, you're going to marry someone in ministry, you're going to marry, but ministry means many things. Like ministry, everything is ministry, really.
Yeah.
So you need to be careful. Like, that's just the point. You need to be careful. I think I just wanted to just attack that whole idea of the one. The fact that, oh, how do I know the one? I don't think that there's that the one. There's just a prototype. But if you are just secure in your relationship with God, they don't used to also, in my opinion, they don't used to also marriage. They don't used to also man. They don't used to also woman. The moment you start to see that this is beginning to look like also, you need to check. Something is not right.
One key cannot open two padlocks, right? So one key cannot open two padlocks. There's a specific key for a specific padlock. So in the same way, you should be a bit careful about what is putting the criteria of the minimum fitting into
Yeah. What's your
the stream.
criteria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the criteria? What exactly is fueling that particular um, stream of thought? What exactly is fueling that particular stream of thought? Is it because this person maybe can pray? Is it because he teaches the word in this way? Is it because of this? Is it because of that? When you now come to that particular place, that you have to understand that it's not about what I think this person can do, but about what God has actually said concerning this person and the inner witness in your heart. That one is very important. The inner witness in your heart. You
Yeah.
can have inner witness for 10 persons.
Yeah.
So you can have inner
Yeah.
witness for 10 persons.
So this may just be an issue of attraction to many
Yes.
persons. You can be attracted to many people,
persons,
but you cannot have inner
that
witness for more than one person.
yes,
That's really good.
that
Yeah.
conviction just you can have it for more than one person.
Yeah.
So and then there is no criteria per se and say like when you see your type, when you see your kind, Noah, right?
Yeah.
They entered by their kind,
Yeah.
by their kind, especially by the female, by female. What I'm just trying to say is that when Adam saw it, he said, "Oh, this is woman," right? She was made up of
Yeah.
woman and stuff like that. So when you see your kind, you will know, you will know. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I just want to add something. I just impressed on my spirit to add and just say this to someone because it's just strongly on my heart. If you are in a space where it feels like there are so many men, take a break.
Yeah. Okay, good.
That's just a word on my heart for somebody. Take a break. Say more than that. Okay, so good morning, Mar. How would you advise someone that gets sexually aroused to someone he or she loves, even though they are not thinking of the act itself? They both experience it and even looked it up online and found it to be normal. How do they navigate the whole situation so they don't fall? Please note, they are not thinking of the act itself, but their body is getting aroused. Thank you, Ma. We listen, we don't judge.
I'm not judging. I'm just trying to
Your
say
face
that.
is judging. Your face is judging.
No, I'm not judging.
Yeah.
I'm just does it happen? Yes. Right. But the place that I have a concern with is when it is a norm, right? When it is a norm, right? That it now feels like an addiction.
Yeah.
That when I see this person,
Every time I see
every
this
single
person,
time I see this
something
person,
is rough.
something is off.
Yeah.
So and also be careful that you not also try to awaken up before it's time and stuff like that. So but really I don't think no, I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's normal.
Yeah. What we're saying is normal. What's normal?
I don't think it's
What
normal.
is normal? Being
think
sexually
it's normal.
attracted to somebody that you're going to get married to is perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Being sexually
Aroused, yes. Aroused, yes.
when you
Actually,
see somebody.
yes. You should be concerned.
You should be concerned though. No, I don't. When you say Googled it, the fact that it's Google that's telling you that it's normal means that it's not normal. Because Google is not the Bible.
But sexual arousal.
Yeah.
Sexual attraction. Yes.
Attraction.
Or the attraction, not even sexual attraction. Really.
Attraction, okay, perhaps. But like something is not something is fueling it.
It just
Something is fueling it. Yeah.
Something much more deeper. So
Yeah.
perhaps both of you might actually need to just take time to just pray, retreat, talk to
A mentor.
Yeah, talk to a mentor.
Before even they pray. Before they pray. Not pray together. And then it will be fragrance and become fire.
Yeah. So
Pray together. But then this is on the assumption that both of you are living in a relationship, like a godly relationship leading to marriage. Because this advice is not for two people that just like each other.
Yeah.
There's no advice in it. There's no negotiation in that one.
Yeah.
That's appearance of evil staring you in the face. Bible says to flee. There's no negotiation. You don't stay with sin and begin to do tinko. You just flee, honestly. So this assumption is on the fact, like we're assuming that, these are two people who are probably in a relationship and are looking to get married or
married,
something,
yeah.
and then they're just experiencing a lot of temptation, because that is what this is.
Yeah.
Call it what it is, because if you don't give it the right name, you don't know how to
And
face
bring
it.
it to the
Yeah, because if you keep saying it's
Yeah.
normal,
No.
then you would normalize it.
Yeah.
You won't know when it will go from just a thought to
An act.
acts. You will not know. That line is usually a very thin line, to be honest. So
call it what it
yeah,
is.
call it what
Call
it
it
is.
what
It's a temptation.
Define it, diagnose it.
Yeah,
And then
diagnose it.
open
Yeah,
Open
yeah.
it. Open it.
Open it.
Right.
Tell somebody who
Open it.
knows you.
Tell somebody. Both of
Don't use anonymous.
Bring
Tell
yourself.
somebody who knows you. Tell a mentor. Yeah, be accountable.
Open it.
Yeah,
Open it. That's the easiest way to
yeah,
actually
be accountable. Yeah,
break that kind of what's now
temptation.
temptation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one.